3 Steps on the Ladder of Writing is an exploration of the creative process, offering a deeply philosophical and poetic meditation on what it means to write. The book is structured around 3 central metaphors that Cixous identifies as essential to the act of writing: the school of the dead, the school of dreams, and the school of roots. These steps or schools serve as guiding principles for writers, inviting them to delve into the unconscious, confront mortality, and connect with the primal sources of creativity. Cixous' work is not a conventional how-to guide for writing, but rather a lyrical and theoretical reflection on the spiritual, emotional, and intellectual dimensions of the writing process. The first step on the ladder of writing, according to Cixous, is the school of the dead. This metaphor suggests that writing requires an engagement with death, not in a literal sense, but as a confrontation with absence, loss, and the unknown. Cixous argues that writers must learn to die in order to write, meaning they must let go of their ego, their preconceived notions, and their fear of the unknown. Writing, in this sense, is an act of surrender, a willingness to enter into the realm of the unspeakable and the invisible. Cixous draws on the works of authors such as Franz Kafka, Clarice Lispector, and Marina Tsvetova to illustrate how writing often emerges from a place of vulnerability and existential reckoning. For example, Kafka's writing is deeply intertwined with his sense of mortality and alienation, while Lispector's work explores the fragility of existence and the limits of language. By engaging with these writers, Cixous suggests that the act of writing is inherently tied to the experience of loss and the recognition of one's own finitude. The school of the dead also emphasizes the importance of listening to the voices of the dead, to the silences within oneself, and to the echoes of the past. Writing, for Cixous, is not merely an act of self-expression, but a dialogue with the unknown, a way of giving voice to what has been forgotten or repressed. This step challenges writers to confront their fears and to embrace the uncertainty that lies at the heart of the creative process. The second step on the ladder of writing is the school of dreams, which focuses on the role of the unconscious in the creative process. Cixous argues that writing is a form of dreaming, a way of accessing the hidden depths of the psyche and bringing them to light. Drawing on the work of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung, she explores how dreams reveal the desires, fears, and conflicts that shape our inner lives. For Cixous, the act of writing is akin to entering a dream state, where the boundaries between reality and imagination blur, and where the unexpected can emerge. In the school of dreams, Cixous emphasizes the importance of spontaneity and intuition in writing. She encourages writers to let go of rational control and to allow their thoughts and emotions to flow freely onto the page. This process requires a certain degree of trust in oneself, in the creative process, and in the power of the unconscious to guide the way. Cixous' own writing style reflects this approach, as she often employs stream of consciousness techniques and poetic language to evoke the fluidity of thought and feeling. The school of dreams also highlights the transformative potential of writing. By tapping into the unconscious, writers can uncover new perspectives, challenge conventional ways of thinking, and create works that resonate on a deeply emotional level. Cixous suggests that writing is not just a means of communication, but a way of exploring the mysteries of the human psyche and of connecting with the universal aspects of the human experience. The final step on the ladder of writing is the School of Roots, which emphasizes the importance of connecting with the primal sources of creativity. Cixous describes this step as a return to the origins of language, to the raw, elemental forces that give rise to artistic expression. She draws on the imagery of roots, both literal and metaphorical, to suggest that writing is a way of grounding oneself in the world, of finding a sense of belonging and continuity. In the School of Roots, Cixous explores the relationship between writing and the body, arguing that the act of writing is deeply embodied. She suggests that writers must listen to the rhythms of their own bodies, to the pulse of their breath, and the beat of their hearts, in order to create work that is alive and vital. This step also involves a connection to the natural world, to the cycles of growth and decay that mirror the creative process. Cixous' emphasis on roots also reflects her interest in the cultural and historical dimensions of writing. She argues that writers must draw on the traditions and stories that have shaped them, while also finding ways to innovate and push the boundaries of language. This step challenges writers to find their own voice, to dig deep into their personal and collective histories, and to create work that is both rooted and revolutionary. Throughout 3 steps on the ladder of writing, Cixous weaves together a number of key themes that are central to her understanding of the creative process. One of the most important of these is the idea of writing as a form of exploration and discovery. For Cixous, writing is not about producing a finished product, but about embarking on a journey into the unknown. It is a way of asking questions, of probing the depths of the human experience, and of seeking out new possibilities for meaning and connection. Another key theme in the book is the relationship between writing and otherness. Cixous suggests that writing is a way of encountering the other, whether that other is the unconscious, the dead, or the natural world. By engaging with otherness, writers can challenge their own assumptions, expand their horizons, and create work that is open to difference and diversity. Cixous also emphasizes the importance of risk and vulnerability in writing. She argues that writers must be willing to take risks, to expose themselves to the unknown, and to embrace the possibility of failure. This willingness to take risks is what allows writers to push the boundaries of language and to create work that is truly original and transformative.